this is for year living methods. We're going to look at question 5a, and it's a question involving solving a trig equation. Cos of x equals -1 over 2, and x is between negative pi and pi. So I know that the theta value, which gives me 1 over 2 for cos from my trig table, is pi over 4. Now what the negative means is it tells me where the solution lies. So all students to central, I know cos is negative in the second and third quadrant, so that's where my solution lies. Now if we look at the domain, it's between negative pi and pi, so I can split the domain into essentially 2 bits, because we've got 0, we've got negative pi, we've got pi. I know between 0 to pi, so I'm sweeping pi degrees or pi radians this way, so I know I'll collect one solution along the way in the second quadrant. If I sweep the other way, in the negative pi direction, in the third quadrant, I'll get another solution. So to get my solution, I've got my basic solution, which is pi over 4. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use that as a solution itself, but it will help us get the solution in the second and third quadrant. So my first quadrant, my second quadrant solution would be pi minus theta, and my third quadrant would be pi plus theta. But there's a problem. We'll be outside our domain if we go all the way to the third quadrant. So to get the same solution but in the negative direction, I just subtract 2 pi from it. So essentially we get pi minus our theta, which is pi over 4, pi plus theta minus 2 pi, which means it's essentially theta minus pi. So my solutions would be 3 pi over 4 and our theta is pi over 4, so negative 3 pi over 4. And these solutions lie within our domain between negative pi and pi.